Eso, nuestro ritmo punta. Sabor. Muévete negra, muévete negra, muévete negra. Y de nuevo, la gran banda. Spot, spot. Get up, get up, get up,
Right
get
now
up.
we're going to go to Izabal.
Come on with us.
To Izabal.
Hello my friends, thank you for watching this video, which is about Izabal. And we're gonna make this video in order to motivate that you visit Izabal, because Izabal is a beautiful place that you have to visit. Well, maybe you are wondering, where is Izabal? Well, let me tell you that Izabal is one of the 22 departments of Guatemala, and is located between the Atlantic Ocean and Las Vegas Pass. Izabal has a lot of touristic and archaeological places that you must visit. And what about gastronomy? Maybe you are used to eat McDonald's, sodas, French fries, chicken, and other food, but Izabal has a different gastronomy that makes it special. For example, rice and beans. That is a well-known dish here in Izabal. So that's why you have to visit Izabal to enjoy this dish.
Hi, how are you? What will you do in your next vacation? I ask you, you have to visit Izabal. You are going to visit Izabal because the Izabal is a beautiful place of this beautiful country. Guatemala. Guatemala has a beautiful place, and the Izabal is one of the beautiful places. The Izabal has a very culture, very gastronomy. I will talk about this gastronomy. This gastronomy is very interesting and is very characteristic of Guatemala, and it is very delicious and very famous. And you can find place like ceviche. Ceviche is very characteristic this place and is very delicious. Ceviche has shrimp, vegetables like tomato, onions, lemons, and other kind of vegetables. And you can find and you can funny, it's very funny, eat this plate with your family. And other thing that you have to know of Izabal, or the gastronomy of Izabal, is that is the characteristic place that it has, like Livingstone. Livingstone is a beautiful place and a beautiful island, and that you can find a famous and delicious place like rice and beans. Rice and beans is very delicious, but only people can think that it's crazy, but no, it's delicious. Rice and beans has one rice that it has coconuts and beans. Crazy? No, it's delicious and famous place of Izabal. I'm living right now. And the rice and beans has two fried bananas or French shrimps. It's very characteristic the seafood in Izabal because they have a lot of water around the department, and it's very characteristic that the people eat seafood. And the seafood is very healthy for our meat and other parts of our body. The food is very delicious and very interesting to know about this kind of food, or the gastronomy and the culture in Izabal. And in my next vacation, I am going to visit Izabal, and I am going to know more of this place. And I prefer that you visit Izabal that other Kai or other place in Guatemala. Okay, alright, right now you know to it. You have to visit Izabal in your next vacation. Thank you.
The department of Izabal is one of the biggest departments in the whole Guatemala, and it's great because of its nature and the wildlife. The wildlife in the department of Izabal is really diverse. It has from jaguars, who is the biggest cat in the whole America, to even small animals like boars or something like that. The wildlife in Izabal is really good because of the combination of the salt water in the ocean and the fresh water that is in the lake of Izabal. The lake of Izabal is surrounded by the whole department. That's why it's a touristic attraction. Punta de Manabique. By the words of many experts, Punta de Manabique is the best and the most beautiful place in Izabal because of its shores and is apart from everything. But it's really expensive. It costs around like $300 per person to go to there and to go back. By my experience, for me, it's the best place in whole Guatemala because of the wildlife. It's amazing. You can dive in the water. There are a lot of turtles, sharks, a lot of fish. It's really amazing.
And culture. What about the culture? Well, in Izabal, there are like a lot of kind of cultures, but especially the Garifuna race. The Garifuna people are really friendly and good people, but especially because they love to dance. So if you want to visit Izabal, you have fun.
Izabal is one of the departments with a distinct group of ethnics in Guatemala. These people are the Garifuna. The Garifuna are the descendants of African people. They were brought here to Guatemala to serve as slaves to the conquerors. Nowadays, they are one of the most important groups in Guatemala with a lot of culture, music, food, etc. Talking about the culture of the Garifunas, in 2001, the UNESCO proclaimed the cultural language and music of the Garifuna masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of the humankind. This means that the culture has reached a level when it's recognized internationally, and it's very important for us to take care of it. The culture, one of the most important celebrations of the Garifunas is San Isidro's Day. They make a parade and everything. Talking about the music, the Garifunas have a distinct kind of music that separates itself from all of the other music that is in Latin America. They mostly dance to punta. Punta is a kind of music and dance that is really quickly and that you really have to know how to dance it, because if you try to do it, you you wouldn't made it.
Hello everyone, my name is Helen. I am going to talk to you about the touristic places that you can visit in Izabal. The most important are Amatique, Rio Dulce, Lake Izabal, San Felipe Castle, Playa Blanca, Playa Dorada, Livingston, and a lot of more. Right now I'm going to tell you a little description of each other. San Felipe Castle is a beautiful point of recreation. It's a fort located between Rio Dulce and Lake Izabal, which was invaded by pirates at the colonial time. It is also called Torreón de Bustamante.
Puerto Barrios is the departmental seat of Izabal. In this place is located the seaport called Santo Tomás de Castilla. It is very important for the commercial exports and imports of Guatemala, because in this place the other countries send the products that can be useful for our country. Rio Dulce. It's a beautiful river that it starts at San Felipe Castle, located at the encounter with the sea close to Livingstone. This large territory concentrates the essence of the region. Lake Izabal. This is a large and diverse lake. It has a lot of places to visit. One of them is Playa Dorada, close to Mariscos town. Quiriguá. This place is a part of the classic period. In this place, you can have the opportunity to see the Mayan ruins and the kings that are represented in them. Siete Altares. It's a group of natural lagoons that are created by a wild river. If you want to go to swim and have fun, you can go to Siete Altares. Amatique. This is an ideal place for sailing, boating, swimming, fishing, and enjoy a plate of Caribbean food. Playa Dorada is a beautiful beach which attractive is that has golden sand and stones in a lot of colors. The people in this place earn money making little artisanal objects like this. That is a boat to represent the bananas that you can ride in Playa Dorada. My family and I traveled to Izabal 2 years ago. It was the most exciting experience in my whole life. We went to Rio Dulce, Lake Izabal, Playa Dorada, Quiriguá, Livingstone, and we met a lot of people. They are very friendly, really. The reasons to visit this department are obvious. There's no other like it. This is all of my part. Thank you for paying attention.
Guatemala is a beautiful country. It is located in Central America. It is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, also by Mexico, Belize, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. Guatemala is near the line of the equator, and because of that it has a very warm climate, which makes it ideal for the production of bananas, coffee, corn, and other products that can be imported to many other countries. Guatemala is a beautiful place for tourists. The capital city is in Guatemala department, and the tourists also prefer to go other places, not always the capital. And one of the most popular places is the department of Izabal. It is a very beautiful place. It is located in the northeast of the country.
Izabal. Izabal is one of the most beautiful departments of Guatemala. As you can see, in Izabal are a lot of interesting things, like touristic and archaeological places. Izabal was created as a department on May 18 of 1866. Izabal has a different gastronomy because in Izabal you can find rice and beans. So for that, Izabal has a special gastronomy. The first language speaks in Izabal is Spanish, and the second language speaks in Izabal is Garifuna. So, if you want speaking Spanish, you can do it. But if you want learn Garifuna, you can find people that teach you to speak Garifuna. So you can have a great experience learning Garifuna on Izabal. Izabal has a beautiful wildlife with different kinds of animals and plants. So, if you are looking for a beautiful tropical weather and to have a great time with your friends and family, you must to go to Izabal.
Guatemaltecos rompen el cuero, los hondureños rompen el cuero, Puerto Cortés rompen el cuero, también en la Ceiba se rompe el cuero, los hondureños rompen el cuero.